Once upon a time, in a faraway land, there was a tiny village by the name of Okami. Legend tells of a horrible beast that threatened the residents. It also tells of the wolf that risked it all to protect them. Controlling the very fabric of existence, this wolf stood up against the beast many times its size and banished the darkness. This ethereal wolf's valiant act ushered in an era of tranquility. The villagers' hearts swelled with respect and adoration of the wolf. Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new Let's Play to the channel, Okami. I've had a lot of friends mentioning this game to me and a lot of people have been praising it, saying that it's an amazing game and it's a worthwhile game, so I thought, why not check it out and do a Let's Play for the channel. If you enjoyed this, let me know by commenting and giving it a thumbs up, that would be great. So let's get right into this. So far from the intro, it seems like it's going to be an amazing game and I already love the whole story of the wolf being the saviour, so let's start this.
Okami.
I will be reading the dialogue as well, because they don't speak it, so I'll be reading it throughout the playthrough, so let me know what you think of that. Long, long ago, a tiny hamlet known as Okami lay nestled in a grove of proud and beautiful cherry blossoms. Each and every tree around the quiet burg was honored as a god. However, the village was not without its dark secrets. To satiate the appetite of Orochi, a fearsome cave-dwelling beast, a young maiden was offered as a sacrifice at the annual festival. With a body like a mountain and 8 heads mounted on necks the size of tree trunks, its blood-red eyes alone was said to curse. Anyone who gazed into them, no one dared disobey the horrific beast. When the night of the sacrifice drew near, a mysterious white wolf appeared outside the village. This wolf, its coat as brilliant as snow, was dubbed Shiranai. I think it's Shiranai. The wolf kept a watchful eye on anyone who ventured outside the village and made a habit of patrolling the streets at night. People assumed the wolf to be a familiar of Orochi. One villager took it upon himself to face the fearsome Shiranai. The warrior Nagi attempted many times to challenge the wolf, but his attempts were thwarted by Shiranu's swift movements. Before long, the night of the accursed festival had arrived. A white-plumed arrow heralded the coming sacrifice. Heralded the coming sacrifice? Piercing in the sky, the arrow sunk its shaft squarely into the home of Nami, the village's most beautiful maiden. Nagi, harboring a secret love for Nami, was enraged by this time. Determined to put an end to Orochi once and for all, Nagi travelled to the beast's cave in place of his beloved. The Moon Cave, a place as dark as evil itself, served as Orochi's home. As Nagi stood bravely before the entrance, a beast appeared, eyes glowing, crimson upon 8 flashing necks. Orochi stood tall before him, anxious for another sacrifice. Nagi, I can't pronounce it, I think it's Nagi, it might be Nagi, leapt with incredible grace, swinging his blade valiantly. On and on he sliced well into the moonless night. But Orochi's hand was like steel. The blade left nary a scratch. At long last, Nagi, his energy spent from the intense battle, dropped to his knees, fatigued and gasping for breath. He knew he was staring death in the face. It was then that the wolf appeared. As if to protect Nagi, it stood its ground before Orochi. In the darkness of the cave, the wolf's coat shone brilliantly. Alas, it was Shiranui the wolf that dwelled outside the village. Bearing its fearsome claws, Shiranui leapt toward Orochi. Orochi reared its terrifying head, readying its fangs for battle. Two beasts struggled wildly, crashing in the darkness. Mysterious and terrifying, the spectacle continued. Shiranui summoned gusts of divine wind to counter Orochi's flames. As Orochi closed in on Shiranui, sharpened claws glistening, a gigantic tree suddenly sprouted forth, shielding the wolf. Shiranui fought gallantly to gain the upper hand. However, Orochi, protected by a mystical power, was not easily bested. Shiranui, covered in gashes, majestic coat dyed crimson, stood exhausted before the mighty Orochi. Orochi saw a chance to strike what would be the final blow. But Shiranui refused to give in with its last ounce of strength. The majestic wolf gazed heavenward and unleashed a mighty howl. Suddenly, the black clouds overhead dissipated. The light from above glinted off Nagi's sword as a beacon of hope. Guided by his sword, Nagi, who had been taking shelter in the shadows stood proudly to face his adversary, channeling all his strength into his scared and battered arms. He leapt ferociously toward Orochi, his sword poised high. The golden sword danced in his hands like a puppet on a string. One by one, Orochi's fearsome heads separated from their owner. Orochi's broken body collapsed in a lake of its own blood. In that instant, the curse that plagued the villagers was lifted. As the battle subsided, the sun shone once again in the sky. Shiranui had succumbed to Orochi's poison and struggled to breathe. Naji scooped the beast into his arms and turned to Kamaki. When they reached the village, Shiranui was no longer moving. The village elder gently stroked the wolf's head. In response, Shiranui let out a horsey and pitiful bark. Morose and pitiful bark. Then closed its eyes and drifted off as if into slumber. Peace had at last returned to Kamaki village. In honor of Shiranui's heroic exploits, the villagers erected a shrine and placed a statue of the wolf within it. Naji's sword was christened Tsukyomi and placed inside the moon cave. The villagers all looked forward to an age of endless peace. Wow. However, this is not the end of the story. There is more to this tale than most people know. 100 years had passed since Naji and Shiranui's heroic exploits. It happened so quickly that no one in the village even took notice. Is this the legendary sword? Is this Tsukyomi, the sword that banished the dreaded Orochi? Pause. No, it couldn't be. It's just a legend, nothing but a fairy tale. Whoa. The art style though is just simply amazing, like look, oh my god. I love the art style. It's like pretty much hand painted, like what? Like damn. Oh he who seeks power, he who has broken my bonds. Speak the words, I wish darkness unto the world. Utter that prayer unto me and unleash my power. Not a legend after all. A fairy tale even, as you called it. It's all happening right now. Or it is the legend, but it's not a fairy tale. It's just I'm getting at. My controller is vibrating like crazy right now. A horrible tragedy suddenly swept over the land. There was one village that seemed to escape the terrible curse. The tiny settlement of Okami village enjoyed the protection of a sacred tree. It is here that the real story begins. Wood sprites secure. How troublesome. This is just like the ancient prophecy of doom. What has transpired to bring about such calamity? We must act quickly, there is no time to lose. My power has diminished over the years I've spent protecting this area. I don't have much time left in this world. Oh no. Amaterasu, now is the time. Terazu? We have never needed your power more. Shine your divine light upon this broken and polluted world. Let your heavenly rays become our hope as you guide us all. Guide us all. Head Okami Amaterasu himself. Ah, such divine white light, such beauty and grace. The only one capable of such a wondrous spectacle is none other than our mother and the origin of all that is, Amaterasu. How delightful to see that the Saviour whose brave sacrifice sealed away the evil demons so many years ago has not changed one bit. Seeing you emerge after so many years spent as a statue brings happiness to my heart. Sniff. Pause. I want to gaze above you and take in the condition of the sky. Since your ultimately departure from our midst, the world has succumbed to devious and vicious beasts. They have ravaged our fine and bountiful country of Nippon, but never have the circumstances been worse than they are at this very moment. Please use your powers to banish the darkness and punish those who would do us harm. What is this? Has something stolen its way into my robe? Ha ha ha. Oh, hee hee hee. Ah ha 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 ha.